Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the March 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you the meaning of the tarot cards, but also provide you any intuitive messages that I receive. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps me greatly, and also you'll be notified when I post future videos. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up, coming to a close for you. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at general, what's going to happen in March. Then we're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do a healing crystal, a healing note, and 3 yes or no questions. But let's go ahead and hop in and get started. Our summary card is patterns. And what I'm getting is some of you have broken a cycle or broken a habit in these last few weeks. But let's see what kind of cards we get underneath. The first card we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it is a card of newness. In the case of swords, it's typically a new idea or new mental clarity. Sometimes the Ace of Swords also indicates surgery, so some of you could have had surgery in these last few weeks or month as well. The next card we have is the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation and abundance. Love the abundancy. It's also a card of fertility and pregnancy, so some of you could have found out that you were pregnant recently. And at the bottom we have the 7 of Cups. If you take a close look at this card, there's something different in each of these 7 cups. The 7 of Cups is about having lots of options, lots of choices, and sometimes it can indicate a commitment issue. But let's clarify this row and see what other messages we can get. The first card we have is the Ace of Wands. Again, another ace card. So remember, ace is newness. But there is some sort of creative idea or project coming in for you. You may also feel the urge to create. Maybe you got a new idea and now you have the urge to action or create this new idea that you had. The next card we have is the Magician. The Magician is very focused and very creative. It is about turning your visions into reality, which is interesting. We have 2 creation cards paired together. We have 2 new idea cards and 2 creation cards back to back here. So it's about turning those visions into reality, and then the Empress is echoing that need to create or that desire to create. Then at the bottom we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, very practical. It's a card of leadership. And it's a good card for investment as well. What I'm getting from this message is you do need to commit to something and make sure that you are focusing your energy on something. It seems like you have this new idea, you have this desire and ability to create, making sure you're committing to it, because long term I do think it will pay off. But you need to make sure you're committed, Pisces, is the message that's coming through here. Now let's move into our second column, which is just kind of general, what's coming for March. We have the card Reaction. When I see this card, it can mean 2 things. It can mean kind of a warning not to overreact, or it can be an indicator that you need to react. Sometimes we get really caught up in day to day and we don't take the time to take a breath and feel the emotions that are coming through. Let's clarify though and see what messages we have here. The first card we have is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a great card. This is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. This is also about doing things on your own and enjoying time with yourself too, Pisces. The next card we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very hardworking, very studious. This could indicate new love or also doing some volunteer work. And at the bottom we have the 3 of Wands. This is a card of teamwork, commerce, expansion. interestingly enough, we have a couple different things going on here. And the main messages I'm getting is that you've been working really hard towards something. And I do think it's going to end up in financial gain for you and like expansion. It's like you've been working hard towards growing your business, and it is going to expand, and you're going to receive the financial reward for it. But let's clarify this and see what messages I can give you. The first card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, possibly obsession. I will say that make sure that you're not like obsessing over money or worrying about money, because money does seem to be coming in for you. Also, this is like a very blunt way of saying this, Pisces, but like don't make greedy decisions. Make sure you're being thoughtful, especially when it comes to money. Also, don't, I'm going to throw this out here. It sounds kind of weird, but like don't spend money because you see somebody else doing it. Like just because your best friend got a new car doesn't mean that you need to get a new car. But in general, I feel like there's more of you just worrying about money or kind of hyper focusing on money, which doesn't need to be the case, because it definitely seems like there will be some financial gains for you in March. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very fast-paced. It's a very quick lifestyle change. Again, with the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups can be a new love. So I feel like if you've been single and looking, and maybe you've been looking for a while, this person will just come out of nowhere. Also, Page of Cups can mean very hardworking, so it feels like you could have been working on this one thing for a very long time, and now you're going to very quickly reap the benefits of it. The next card that we have is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results, which makes sense because I do think you've been chipping away at something and waiting. We are going to get that quick shift for you. But the interesting thing about the Two of Wands is you see the world here, and this is like saying that you have the world in your palm and you can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. That expansion is unlimited with that Three of Wands. So it's really just indicating growth. You can grow as big as the world. You have the world in your hands. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is all about money. So this could be your career, job, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, anything money related. The first card that we have is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So I do think there will be something that you're celebrating related to money or career this month. The next card we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of feeling at rock bottom. You see this person's laying down flat and there's a bunch of swords stabbed into them. So it feels like there's some low feelings. Some of you could be burnt out on something that's happening. Maybe you're fully burnt out on a job and it's prompting you to get a new job, and that's what you're celebrating. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a desire for long-term security. So Pisces, a lot of you are like thinking about money and thinking about wanting to be secure and thinking about long-term security. Let's see what other messages I can give you here. We have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of having to defend yourself or compete against competition. I do think that some of you will be getting a new job or promotion, and likely there was a lot of competition. Like maybe you went up against several different coworkers, or there were lots of applicants. But don't let competition deter you, because again, you are going to come out on top with that celebration. Three of Cups there. The next card we have is the Six of Wands, another celebration card. This is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So you could be feeling some of these rock bottom, low feelings, this burnout. But again, for those of you switching jobs, it's going to be very successful. Or maybe even like switching jobs within a company. But there's definitely brighter days ahead. The next card we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups we had a little bit earlier too. But the Page of Cups is very studious, soaking, working very hard towards something. Some of you could be doing volunteer work as well, but you're like working hard to build this future for yourself and give yourself this long-term security, Pisces, and you're doing a great job. Let's move on to our next column now, which is all about love. This could be relationships, family, friends, children, anything associated to love. The first card we have is the Six of Wands. We just went over the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. For some of you, this could be indicating the health of your relationship, or this could also be your ability to find a new relationship if that's what you want. The next card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of good fortune. It's a turning point. It's a card of luck. If you've listened to my readings in the past, you know the Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. But again, you're at this turning point. Like, you're going to be celebrating this good news. So again, if it's that shift from unhappy to happy relationship, single to being in a relationship, there's some sort of positive turning point shift happening here for you. Then we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a new project, new inspiration, urge to create. I feel like some of you want to create this beautiful new future for yourself now. You're at this turning point where you want to create a happy, healthy, successful relationship, or you're at the turning point in your existing relationship where you're wanting to take the next step. Let's clarify though and see. All these cards are looking really good on the love front, again, whether you're single or in a relationship. Conveniently enough, you're going to get both of my favorite cards in one row. Those of you that watch my videos know that the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. The Ten of Cups is a card of family, contentment, total love and support. You see we have a full rainbow here with all the cups. You have a happy couple, kids playing, there's a house in the background, there's water running and green grass. It's really the card of everything. If you're wanting a relationship, you're going to be able to have it. If you're wanting a healthy relationship, you're going to be able to have it. If you want to be happy in your current relationship, you can have it. If you want to have kids, this is a great card. If you want to start a family, this is a great card. It's paired with that card of success. The next card we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of kind of apathy and unfulfillment, not feeling fulfilled. This is just, again, saying that we're at that turning point. Maybe you're not completely happy with your relationship. You're not completely happy being single. Maybe you desire to be a parent and it hasn't happened. But we're at that turning point where you get to leave this lack of fulfillment, this apathy behind. The next card we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a wonderful card to have in the love relationship, or in the love column. I can't say that enough. It's a romantic love. It's a card of partnership, proposal, marriage, paired with our new card here. So this is saying you can have a romantic love, you can have a partnership, you can have proposal, you can have marriage, you can have any of those things you want. One of the best cards that you can have possibly in the love column. Now let's move into our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. Let's see what summary card we have here. We have the card Stretch. Interestingly enough, I'm going to give you two meanings here because that's what's coming to me. Some of you need to actually physically stretch. Like if you have an office job, you need to make sure that you're getting up, walking around, stretching, taking care of yourself during the day. Some of you I feel like have been skipping your pre-workout stretching, Pisces. I know, again, that sounds silly, but you need to actually be stretching. And then the other meaning of this is pushing yourself is the message that I'm getting, is you need to stretch, you need to keep reaching for that goal. But let's see what other cards we get under that, what other messages I can give you. First and foremost, the Sword energy is coming through pretty strong in this, and Sword is typically air energy, and it's also very intellectual. We have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak it could be loss, it could be depression. It's kind of low feelings. When I see the Three of Swords, though, this is a kind of an odd message, but it's almost like taking the heart out of your own sword and moving forward, healing from something. Maybe you're stretching or pushing yourself to let go of something that you didn't think you would let go of. Of course, we'll clarify that card. Then we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is having to make a decision. And again, I feel like some of you have to decide to move on, heal, let go of whatever this thing is. You need to stretch past whatever has happened. But of course, you have to make that decision to do so. Then at the bottom, we have the Eight of Wands. This is speed, action, quick change. I feel like once you tell yourself, Pisces, that you're ready to let go of whatever this is, it's going to be like done. It's like wham bam and it's done. Let's clarify this row though and see what other messages I can give you. Again, that sword energy staying pretty strong there. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of not very good relationships. It's bully, it's theft, it's violence. It could be abusive relationship, typically some sort of toxic or unhealthy relationship. I feel like, Pisces, you've just been in one of these not good relationships, and I don't know that this person is ever going to heal that for you. Again, you need to take the sword out of your own heart and choose to heal and move on from whatever this not very good relationship or situation was. The next card we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a necessary transition. If you look at this card, all the people are facing away from us, their heads are hanging down, and there's a bunch of swords stuck in the boat. But the boat is moving forward. Whatever this relationship or situation was that hurt you, it happened, you learned from it. As crazy as it may be, it's something that you needed, but now it's time to move on from it. We're taking the necessary steps to move on and move forward. Again, you're making that decision to transition forward. Then at the bottom here, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a celebration card. Life is going to be so bright on the other side of this. You'll be like celebrating, releasing this, and moving on from this thing. Now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the option to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the Six of Hearts. This is number 3 card. That's going to be yes. Question number 2, we have the Two of Spades. This is number 34 card. That's a yes. And for question number 3, we have the Three of Spades. This is the number 10 card. That's also a yes. So yes, yes, yes for you, Pisces. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal to carry with you for the month of March. Keep it in your pocket, put it on your nightstand, put it on your desk at work. The crystal that you have is rose quartz. Rose quartz helps with softness, love. It's very good for self-love. It helps keep you gentle but firm, and it also helps you be quite lovable. And then last but not least, we're going to pull a healing note from the Healing Notes deck of cards. We can always use more healing. Your healing note says, there is something beautiful about all scars of whatever nature. A scar means the hurt is over, the wound is closed, healed, and done with. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe to this video. Let me know how it resonates with you. Again, if you subscribe, that does help me very, very much, and you'll be notified when we post future videos. But thank you again. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But I hope you have a fabulous March, Pisces.